Welcome to Sweet Spot. I'm fortunate enough to be able to share with you some of my favorite recipes. Today we're making a chocolate coffee cheesecake served with an oh my goodness warm mocha sauce. The basis of this recipe is from a good friend's sister. She was the $100,000 grand prize winner in a national magazine's baking contest. Hey, I almost forgot. A subscriber contacted me and suggested I lighten up a little bit to make this a little more entertaining. Have some fun. Put a little flour on my face. I'm not sure what that'll do, but let's try it. Hey, now let's get started. For this prize-winning cheesecake, we need a 9-inch springform pan. Roughly cut out a parchment paper circle large enough to extend beyond the size of the pan and lock it in. A quick swipe of butter or spray of nonstick will help ensure nothing sticks when it's time for the cake to be free. For the crust, we'll be using crushed, famous chocolate wafers, or substitute chocolate graham cracker crumbs if you can't find them. Crush them in a Ziploc bag or use a food processor. Pour and mix in melted butter. Spread the crushed cookie mixture in your pan. Using a drinking glass is an easy way to spread and press in the crust. Use a little pressure to form a tight crumb. For the edges, pull up the crumbs nearly to the rim, pinching them against the pan. The sides should be thinner than the bottom. Scraping the bowl frequently avoids leaving any unmixed cream cheese. Mix this completely, scraping more often than you think you need. Add the eggs one at a time and completely mix. Use a slower speed to avoid incorporating too much air. Reserve 1 cup of batter we'll use for the chocolate swirls. Better chocolate makes a better cake. Here we're using bittersweet. Dab and swirl in the chocolate mixture. I like to leave only a hint of the chocolate showing through the top of the cake. We bake this for an hour, turn off the oven without opening the door, and let it sit for another 30 minutes. You'll see the cake has a nice jiggle. It'll set as it cools. This mocha sauce takes the cake. Heavy cream, good semi-sweet chocolate, and butter. Slowly warm these. You could use a microwave. Slowly. We don't want to scorch the chocolate. You will have had the cheesecake sit in the fridge for at least 4 hours or overnight to chill and firm up. Cakes are special, so I treat them that way by placing them on a pedestal or a fancy cake plate. And while a cake plate is pretty, I don't like to cut directly on glass, so I almost always use a cardboard round. It's that time, taste test time. We ended up with a gorgeous cheesecake. I can't wait to bite into this. This warm mocha sauce really should add a wow to it. It looks gorgeous. That's magazine ready, and certainly will impress yourself, because a cheesecake's really not that difficult to make. And if it tastes good, it will impress your friends. You can see I covered it, the chocolate's covering it over, but the swirls of chocolate inside. It's dense. Cheesecakes are dense. I'm not sure what a non-New York style cheesecake is. Everyone talks about a New York style cheesecake. Very good. There is a swirl of flavors inside the swirl. Definitely the cream cheese, the chocolate, the coffee, the combination. The sauce should be good. It's warm. It's pretty nice. This could win its own prize. It's the little brother of the $100,000 cheesecake. I could eat the whole thing. Cheesecakes are an any time of year dessert. Perfect in cold weather, perfect in hot weather because they're served a little on the chilled side. They're rich, very easy to make. It's interesting, when you make a cheesecake, people are afraid of them collapsing in the oven. You saw this, it puffed up, it was tall. When it cooled on the counter, it sank back down a little bit. Let me try some of the crust. Nice change in texture. It's a little bit crispy, the way you'd expect it to be. This is a real prize winner. I love the sauce. There are probably a dozen things you can do with it. Definitely make the sauce ahead, store it in the fridge because there is cream in it. You can reheat it gently in a pot, in a microwave. This recipe is a real winner too. In the YouTube description below, you'll find a link to the complete recipe. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give us a thumbs up and a like. Till next time, this is Sweet Spot.